thoughtful moment indeed. The national anthem and a crowd anxiously awaiting the tip-off. Hi, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports for our Monday afternoon broadcast alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First, for Houston, manning the backcourt, Jeremy Lin along with James Harden. And at center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Asik in at the 4 slot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Thompson, the splash players in the backcourt. And it's Bogut in at the center, filling out the middle. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Lee in at the 4 spot.
Well, you look at the turnaround last season for Golden State. A lot of it has to do with the steadying presence of Jarrett Jack and Carl Landry off the bench. Both players brought a toughness and a level of competitiveness that was maybe missing from the Warriors the year before.
And for the Warriors, such an impressive turnaround last season, but financial constraints, Clark, make it tricky for them, make it tricky for anybody. Keep teams together.
Well said, but I give the ownership credit for making the commitments necessary to put themselves in a good position going forward, Kevin. After such an impressive postseason showing, I think they want to continue that momentum.
Howard's shot is good.
They get the first bucket of the game there.
And I think it's going to be a good one.
Curry passes to Thompson. The putback, and Bogut slams it in.
He sniffed out that board and then powered it back in.
Pure might, Clark. So strong going back up with that one.
That's exactly what he's capable of, guys. So strong.
Now here's Lin. The feed to Harden. Pass to Asik. Shot clock at 3. Here's Lin. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
With all the hype that Linsanity got during Jeremy Lin's breakout season, it didn't really do him any favors on the court, guy. In fact, I think you could easily argue that he's been playing with a target on his back for opposing guards who would like to have a big game, against a star like Lin.
And the first one at the line is good. And getting back to Jeremy Lin, I think with the attention he got in his breakout season, that also brings players wanting to measure themselves against you, saying, let's see how good this guy really is.
Yeah, that's part of it. But I think if you ask Jeremy, he'd rather be playing and having that challenge than, have it the way it was before when nobody knew who he was or really respected his game.
Both free throws good from Lin.
Well, the Rockets front office very influenced by advanced stats or sabermetrics, if you will. They revealed one thing that they think the league undervalues, and that's attack guards, ones who put pressure on the defense off the dribble. That's one more reason they pursued the slashing Jeremy Lin so strongly.
It's off his leg, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. Harden against Lee. It's Harden with the drive. Goes back up, and Howard with the lay-in. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Curry against Lin. Down low, here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got his first basket. Back to Jeremy Lin, a great penetrator, very active, gets to the line. He's about as surprising a guy, Steve, as I can recall getting in the league and having putting a thumbprint on things.
Well, much more athletic than people give him credit for. Very explosive. He can get into the paint and a really quick first step.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Goes up on the high post, off the left rim and out. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. That's good.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the jam by David Lee.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Houston leading by 4. Pass to Howard. It's hauled in by Bogut.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
First personal foul, team's first.
About Klay Thompson making NBA money, I'll tell you what, he learned from his father, Michael Thompson, who played a long time in the NBA, and his dad taught him, hey, you better live on a monthly stipend. You got to save your money, son. So good advice from Pops.
And you know, to go back, there's the cliche of the athlete who doesn't save for retirement. It's got to be a good thing for Klay Thompson to have that restraint, I would think.
And what I like, Kevin, the focus for him is on basketball and getting better. No entourage, no shopping sprees. Everything is pretty low-key and close to the vest. I mean, he's a gym rat, wants to be a great player, not interested in glamour and celebrity. He wants the ball.
I like the fact he lives on a tight budget, and, you know, as Steve was talking about, he's got some pretty good genes, pretty good bloodlines, too.
DNA isn't bad at all with Michael being the dad.
Shot clock at 5. Back to Curry. Launches it. That's good. And it's all knotted up.
Well, we all know that Curry is a tremendous shooter, just like his father. Quick release, pinpoint accuracy, deep range. But what I like about Curry is his passing ability. Such a good playmaker and tremendous court vision.
And the thing I like, Steve, is Steph's not just a spot-up shooter. He can create his own shot off the dribble. And he makes tough shots on the move.
And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Iguodala outside. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Lin with it. In low to Howard. And that one's good. Howard's got 10.
He kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now here's Howard. He's got 10. He feeds it to Harden. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the bucket.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Thompson off the pick from Lee. Thompson against Harden. Thompson dishes to Curry. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Now here's Lin. Parsons outside. There's the dish to Ashi. Shoots a fader. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The baseline J. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And it's 7 points for Steph Curry.
Oh, what a great play. Just schooled the defender. Right.
For the Warriors. Rockets trail by 4. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Mark Jackson.
He said he certainly followed the rise of Jeremy Lin into a prime-time point guard in this league. And he told me, we need to try to limit his penetration. That's where he's most effective, slashing and with the drive and kick. Guys, Lin has certainly been working to improve his outside shot. But sometimes you have to pick your poison, and they'll live with him shooting from outside. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Iguodala. After the made shot from Ashik, Iguodala with the bucket.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Harden the pass to Parsons. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Back to Thompson. Curry, a screen on Lin. Thompson from long range. Rebounded by Parsons.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
The open shot. Lin nails the wide open jump shot.
Yeah, both teams are scoring well, but there hasn't been much defensive resistance either.
Curry against Lin. Curry dishes to Ezeli, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Houston making some changes. Smith checked in for Howard. Montejunas comes in for Omer Ashik. And it's Garcia in for Chandler Parsons. Curry against Harden. Kicks to Douglas. Shot clock at 5. No good. Some solid defense from Montejunas. Garcia passes to Harden. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Warriors leading by 3. Outside Curry. Douglas with it. Now guarded by Beverly. Now here's Douglas. He's tightly guarded. Good on the three-point shot. And the Warriors lead by 6.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Garcia's shot is good. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Dishes it to Barnes. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Golden State. And for Mark Jackson, there had been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. And he just finished signing an extension through the 2014-15 season. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
Here is Harden after the made shot from space. Here's Smith. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Smith's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Here's Douglas. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny.
And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
So tough to see a player go down with an injury like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. It's just one of those things, though. You've seen it happen before as well. And you can tell whatever it is painful for him.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. And the pass to Ezeli. Feeds to Barnes. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Passes it to Barnes. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Into Smith. Boom, he jams it straight down. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see
Come
in a
on,
blowout, Kevin, or even an
know.
exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I
shaking his
just,
head.
you know
Oh,
what,
he's
Kevin?
disgusting.
Come on, Kev. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Rockets trail. Here's Beverly. He kicks it to Moniunas. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
Golden State's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Now here's Barnes, covered by Moniunas. And that one's good, Barnes.
Boy, he's looked great so far. Right from the opening tip, offensively, looks like he's brought his A game.
And Beverly kicks to Moniunas. Here's Harden on the wing. Here's Smith, and Ezeli with the block. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And he makes the first.
You know, the Rockets did a lot to make over their backcourt last season as they brought in 2 big names in Jeremy Lin and James Harden. And that's not always an easy adjustment. Took a little time for both of those guys to figure out how to coexist in the pick-and-roll offense.
He doesn't get the second one. And Clark, as you said, it took some time for this Houston backcourt to learn how to play with each other, but that is the case for any duo. Eventually, Steve, they found a happier medium, and that initiated some great offense between them.
Well, they were much more effective down the stretch last season, Kevin. I thought it really showed in the way Lin and Harden kind of played off of each other. So, you know, a lot of teams they seem to want to have that second option for bringing the ball up or for attacking. And it is very effective to have a couple of guys who can each attack and create.
Here's Curry. Shot is off. Excellent defense there from Smith. Here's Harden. Yeah! Ooh, what a shot!
Look at that. Man, what a play.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Houston on top as they end the second quarter on a 14-4 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys. This club really got out into transition, and that's how they've built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
Curry, good. Curry's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Warriors. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
And it's time for an injury report.
Kevin, the Warriors head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. It doesn't seem like he'll be able to come back and will need some additional time as well.
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
Yeah, but it's part of the game, Kevin. Almost everybody goes through it eventually as a player, so you just have to deal with it the best you can.
Unfortunately, it is that, Steve, and it's painful to watch your teammates out there because you're helpless in that situation. More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Now here's Parsons. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Curry, here we go. To the inside. Iguodala. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Beverly, guarded by Curry. Beverly dishes to Lin. Pass to Beverly. Lets a floater go. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Lin's got 4 assists in the game. The Warriors lead it. Thompson outside. He dishes it to Curry. The feed to Lee. 5 on the clock. Curry attacking. Iguodala left side. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Beverly the pass to Parsons. He feeds it to Beverly. Lin kicks to Howard. Baseline J on the way. The Warriors pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Steph Curry is virtually impossible to defend. I mean, he can hit from anywhere on the floor. In the gym range, personified with Curry. Mid-range jumpers are like layups to him. And inside, he's got the floater finger roll and the runner. You always expect his shots to go in. It's like watching a game of horse at full speed when the highest stakes are on the line.
Free throw good by Curry. And Steve, shooting no doubt Curry's forte. He narrowly missed the All-Star game last season. I mean, I can't believe he didn't get elected, and he seemed to be the one glaring miss. When you watch his game, where can he improve?
I think offensively, he's got the whole package. I think it's at the other end of the floor where he can probably improve. He needs to compete a little bit more defensively. But that's tough to do when you're handling so much of the offensive load for your team. But he's got to find a little more balance, I think, between his offense and his defense.
Here's Beverly. He's got 5. Parsons outside. Clock at 6. Here's Hasek. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you know, guys, the Houston fans could be forgiven for not having heard of Omer Asik when the Rockets signed him as their starting center a season ago. He was a second-round pick out of Turkey in 08, a backup in Chicago, but he's quickly shown himself to be a key piece of this promising young core.
And the first one drops. And you have to give the Rockets credit for going after Asik, a player who never averaged more than 15 minutes a game with Chicago, a restricted free agent with the Bulls, and became a very important part for the Rockets.
Well, they clearly saw something special with Asik. He's a great rebounder and defender, uses his body, understands angles, and plays that verticality really well as a defensive center.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Houston found their way back into the playoffs last season, but really it wasn't because they were a tough team on the road. They only had 16 wins away from Houston last season.
Rejected by Asik. Lin with it. Lin gets a screen from Asik. Throws it up high. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And Clark, as you were talking about, the Rockets weren't nearly as troublesome to teams last year when they found themselves in the away locker room. Mostly, Steve, it came down to their offense not having quite as much punch.
Well, most teams don't score as much on the road as they do at home, but for the Rockets, 5 points differential between home and away, it's pretty dramatic. And I think that was one of the reasons why we saw them struggle when they left Houston and tried to get a win.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, one of the best motivators in all the NBA is doubt, and the Warriors had plenty of that prior to last season. Coach Jackson made sure to use it to their advantage, however. He would post up where the media predicted them to finish, usually near the bottom of the West. It helped them play with an edge, as David Lee said. That's why we're going to go out there every single night and play with a chip on our shoulder and try to prove somebody wrong. I doubt they'll have that same resource this season, given how they finish, guys.
You're right about that. Thanks, Doris. Both free throws good from Beverly.
And for the Warriors, unusual for a playoff team to be giving minutes to 3 or even 4 rookies, but that was the case last season. Barnes, Ezeli, Green, they brought in a rookie group with maturity that had done a good job of preparing themselves at the collegiate level, and all of them produced.
Now here is Bogut. Back to Thompson. Hits the target from 18 feet. Thompson's got 7.
Oh, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot, and doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there. So having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well.
No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Nice shot by Lynn. And for the Warriors rookies last season, Steve, they got an early start. They were in the team gym from the earliest days after the draft.
Well, this is a club that has great chemistry. Some of that has to do with Mark Jackson. A lot of it has to do with just the quality of people that they've put on that roster. But it's an exciting young team with a good coach and a great crowd. I think the Warriors have a very bright future.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Houston might have made the playoffs in the West last season, guys, but it wasn't because they were beating up on their peers. They were 24-28 against the rest of the West. That's why they got the 8th seed.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. He said to his guys, let's get serious about driving the lane and putting pressure on their interior defenders. That's where he sees the soft spot in this defense. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. You remember the Rockets last year when they were playing a lot of teams in the West near the end of the regular season. That was when they slipped, Steve, out of the 6th seed range down to number 8.
Well, of course, the West was really strong last year, Kevin, so it makes sense that you're going to struggle a little bit against all those good teams. But, Houston ended up being the only team in the West to make the playoffs with a sub-500 record against the rest of the conference.
Rockets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And Beverly kicks to Lynn. Bogut against Howard. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Hasek. And good on the basket. Book it. Asik's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Curry. He's got 17. That's good. And the Warriors lead by 2.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Lynn kicks to Beverly. Back to Lynn. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. 14 points for Dwight Howard.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 7. Lee dishes to Barnes from outside the arc. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
The dish to Beverly. Dwight Howard again. Howard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Curry. Now here's Barnes. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Fires from deep. Curry can't get it to go. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Parsons against Barnes. Parsons' shot is off. Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. All alone. That one a little long.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Kicks it to Beverly. Shoots the three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside for Curry. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Parsons with it. He's picked up by Lee. Howard can't hit. The Warriors trail.
Harrison Barnes was thought to be a shooter more than a slasher when he came into the league, and while he's been able to be effective from distance, he showed off some of his incredible athleticism with his ability to get to the rim, too.
It's stolen by Curry for the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild one.
And for Harrison Barnes, he's worked on his ball handling a lot to enhance his ability to drive.
Yeah, footwork, ball handling, passing. Those were the areas where he really didn't shine at North Carolina. But he's worked hard at his game, and he's rounded out his offensive repertoire really well.
Never seemed to blink. Handled the big stage, I thought, well.
Yeah.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Smith checked in for Howard. Moniunas comes in for Omer Asha. And it's Garcia in for Parsons. Harden the pass to Lin. Soft touch off the glass. Lin's got 10 points.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
1:53 left in the first half of basketball. Thompson for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Smith's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Rockets have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Lin kicks to Garcia. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Curry dishes to Thompson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, you know, it's interesting, guys. Klay Thompson, as we all know, is a deadly outside shooter. But I think early in his NBA career, he struggled a bit with his touch around the rim. So it's nice to see as last season wore on, he started to find that touch around the glass and finish against bigger guys, which is much needed at the 2-guard position.
That free throw missing. Well, and Clark going back to Klay Thompson. He wants to be a complete player. His dad certainly was, and you know, Steve, he's just not a shooting specialist.
No, he's got the size and ball handling ability to really attack off the dribble, and he's also become an excellent defender, too. Greg Popovich talked about it during their playoff series a year ago. Thompson really did a nice job at that end of the floor.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to be able to make the playoffs in the West without coming out with a winning record against the rest of the conference, and the Warriors knew that would be important in their quest for the playoffs, and they handled business against the West.
Harden's shot is good.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Warriors trail by 4. Thompson off the pick from Azia. Thompson passes to Curry. Takes the 3. Good. Curry's got 13 points in just this quarter. And for the Warriors, who fought so hard to get back into the playoffs, last year their 28-24 record against the rest of the West really helped their cause, Steve.
Well, the toughest part of the Warriors' last campaign was a rough stretch of games in February where they dropped off a bit in the race. And, you know, a lot of those games were against Western teams. And if you kind of remove that month, their in-conference record is even more impressive.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Garcia. Thompson, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Lynn with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Golden State's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Now Thompson. He's got 10. The drive by Iguodala. Puts one up from 19. They get it again. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Ezeli's got his first basket. Clarkie talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Warriors lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, fans. We got a close game going on out in Oakland. The Warriors are putting up one heck of a fight. They've been putting a lot of defensive pressure on the other team, taking care of the rock offensively. Fundamental basketball, both sides of the court. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. He's got 22 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And not to be outdone, the Rockets also giving it their all. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. Dwight Howard getting it done early. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And now we'll send you back to Oracle Arena. See you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we come back to the game, a shot of the majestic Golden Gate Bridge here in San Francisco.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 22 points and 8 dimes. Good contributions for him offensively with the assist, and also making some nice steals.
Well, you're right, Clark. He's been equal parts creative and disruptive.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, Harrison Barnes certainly had a solid rookie season for the Warriors. Part of that is having a staff that holds you to a high standard. He said when he first got drafted, the first day, he came out dribbling and shooting the ball. One of the Warriors' assistant coaches came up and told him he was the worst-rated defender to come out of the draft. The coach said, quote, "Put the ball down. You're a terrible defender, and we're going to make you better." Guys, credit Barnes for accepting that kind of coaching, and the staff raved about the progress he's made as a defender.
Thanks, Doris.
Yeah, such a hard worker. He's really fit right into this team.
Howard kicks to Harden. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
That is good. And that's now 24 points for Steph Curry.
Gotta love the teardrop. Just put it right over the defender.
He lobs it up, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
It's a neck-and-neck game in Golden State. Harden against Thompson. Curry dishes to Bogut. Iguodala outside. Thompson up top. Just 5 on the clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Thompson's got 12 in the game. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Lynn kicks to Asik. A fader. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Here's Iguodala. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It goes on Chandler Parsons.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
Well, Iguodala moved on from the 76ers to the Nuggets last year, now signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, just with the way he can run and defend, should allow Iguodala to be the playmaker that really is his natural game.
First free throw is good. And Steve, you mentioned how tough Iguodala is in transition. Great ball handler for his size. And Clark, I know you love his athleticism.
Yeah, he's really a point forward offensively, but he can finish big, and he's always putting pressure on the defense when he's in attack mode. A good ball handler and passer. His outside shooting is up and down, but I'd love to have him on my squad.
That one is no good.
You know, Iguodala seemed to be a 20-point per game kind of a player last season, another season where his scoring was helpful, but not where you thought it might be for a star player. But his game is not predicated on scoring. It's his all-around versatility that makes him star level.
Now here's Lynn. He's got 12. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Rockets lead by 3.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Timeout called the Warriors. And for Iguodala last season, under 13 points a game.
But, Kevin, if you're just looking at the offensive numbers, you're kind of missing the point with Iguodala. He's a defensive-minded player. He can score, particularly in transition, but it's his defense, it's his rebounding, it's what he brings to the total game that sets him apart.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Mark Jackson said to his club. He said that they need to start attacking in the open court. He doesn't want to see them operating in a strictly half-court offense. He wants their tempo to become more of a weapon. He also talked about creating good looks on the perimeter, saying, we can hurt them from the outside. That should be a focus. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Well, you watch the way Parsons moves, and you see how quickly he's able to shift and change directions. And you forget that Chandler Parsons is 6'10", because he moves like a much smaller guy. He's a terrific all-around player.
And the first one at the line is good. And back to Parsons. Clark, you talked about his mobility, a good defender too, and for a young player that's rare. So you look at his size, the ability to move his feet, and the upside certainly is there. Then you put him with a guy like Kevin McHale as his coach, and a nice array of talent. He's got a good situation.
He does. He's got a bright future, and I'm most impressed with his defense. You talked about a lot of his skills, but you know, Houston will frequently put him on the opponent's best wing offensive player.
Tell you what, you've got to give the Houston Rockets a lot of credit, guys. After losing their franchise players to injury and age back in 2009, they've managed to rebuild this team without tanking for lottery picks or going all the way to the bottom of the heap. Very impressive.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Curry. Lynn against Curry. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And for the Rockets, they've been very shrewd acquiring undervalued players, trading for draft picks. Steve, all in the hopes of swinging big trades for superstars.
Well, and then when they acquired James Harden, they finally got a cornerstone player. Now all of a sudden you throw in Dwight Howard, you've got another foundational player So all these years of tinkering and trading and moving picks and moving players, it's finally paid off, and now he's got the team he was hoping to put together.
Here's Lynn after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Lynn with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. It's Harden with the drive. Asik with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Curry. 26 points for him. Lynn against Thompson. Bogut cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you need on the offensive glass. That's the only way to get it done.
Howard, and he banks in the layup. Howard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Now, here's Thompson. 14 points for him. The shot by Curry, and another basket for Golden State.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
This is Asik. Down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Yeah, sometimes he can clang those, so we're glad to see him get that one down.
Here's Curry, following the score by Houston. Pass to Thompson, fires for 3, but they recover it. Here's Bogut, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, it's funny, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. There was no question what he was most concerned with, their lack of interior defense so far. Protect the rim, that's the priority, quote unquote. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Now here's Barnes. He has 7. From about 16. That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Stephen Curry. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA.
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So and now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
Here's Curry. James Harden picking up that last basket. Right side Curry. In low to Lee. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 8 points for David Lee. Here's Beverly. He has 7. To the left wing. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, defensively, he's a ball hawk. I mean, that mixture of anticipation and quick, strong hands makes him a threat to pick off a basketball any time from a ball handler.
He's one of the tougher players you'll ever see. Sometimes he comes away from games pretty banged up, but you'll never hear him complain about it or let it affect his performance.
No good on the free throw.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
Monty Eunice has checked in for Dwight Howard. Good on the second free throw.
The main thing there was that he got them a 2-possession lead despite the 1 miss.
Warriors trail by 4. Curry kicks to Barnes. Goes up on the wing. They get the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Garcia passes to Beverly. Houston moving the ball around. Motiejunas' shot is good. Here's Curry. He has 30. The pass to Iguodala. Feeds it to Barnes. The 3. Rebound by Smith.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Beverly dishes to Motiejunas. To the middle. Here's Beverly. He's covered by Iguodala. And that one's good. Beverly's got 10 points in the game.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Curry can't get it to go.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
The 3 from Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Boy, guys, it was a tremendous all-star season for James Harden a year ago. And LeBron James declared Harden a superstar. No small praise from probably the best player in the world right now. And I think people are coming around to accepting that Harden really is a superstar player.
Houston making a switch here. Lynn's checked in. Here's Spades. Spades off the pick from Azila. Got a piece of it. Lynn with the steal. Passes to Harden. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Barnes. Outside Curry. To halt the run. Rockets with the rebound. Smith's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And for Harden, signing a 5-year, $80 million extension with the Rockets last season, the Thunder felt they just couldn't afford to pay him that much with the luxury tax penalties looming ahead.
Well, they already had max players in Westbrook and Durant, so they didn't feel going forward that they could have 3 max guys. So Harden moves on to Houston. Turned out to be an excellent move for the Rockets. He played awfully well last year.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
.146 left to play in the third. Curry is inside, defended by Lynn. Curry setting the pick for Iguodala. Back to Curry, 6 on the shot clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, a lot of people thought Steph Curry should have been an all-star last season, but he still made his mark, the most threes ever in a season, and not just a gunner, but he also became the first player in NBA history to average over 3 triples and 6 assists a game.
And the first one at the line is good. And together as a tandem last season, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson crushed the record for most three-pointers in a season, Steve. 400. and 83 combined threes.
What an incredible young combination in the backcourt. Thompson played in the rookie-sophomore game, and Curry was actually snubbed from the All-Star game, but he did win Western Conference Player of the Month in April. First Warrior to win a Player of the Month honor since Chris Mullin back in 1990.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
And that one's good. 16 points for James Harden.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Now taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Now here's Curry. He's got 32. Off target from three-point range.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
He was all alone on that one. Motiejunas has got 7 points for the quarter.
Look at that lead up and down the court. They have been in complete control all night.
And it's kept this building as quiet as a library. These fans have had nothing to cheer for.
Curry with him. Picked up by Motiejunas. Motiejunas with the steal. Lynn against Curry. Pass to Motiejunas. There's the three. And another three for Houston.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Now here's Iguodala. 8 points for him. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
For Houston, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. First one falls for him. Houston making a switch here. And he makes the first but misses the second. Now Thompson. He kicks to Iguodala. Shot to stop the run, and the shot is good. Iguodala's got 10 points. Well, through 3 quarters of play. Quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Rockets leading by 18. Outside, Lynn. He dishes it to Garcia. There's the feed to Howard. Pulled loose. And here is Iguodala. He feeds it to Lee. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 10 points for David Lee.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Lynn with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Garcia can't get it to go.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
And Thompson kicks to Lee. It's Thompson off the drive. No luck. Some solid defense there from Lynn. The 17-footer. And it's sent back by Bogut. Asik, the pass to Parsons. Outside, Lynn. The dish now to Howard. 4 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Dwight Howard is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and you know, when he's healthy, he can really anchor a defense inside with his rebounding and shot blocking. You know, real force in the paint.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
That free throw, no good. And Clark, I know for Howard, you said when he's right. But the last few seasons, Steve, I think that's become an issue. Injuries have been a problem.
For sure, his production has waned. He had the disc issue in his back that numbed out one of his legs last year, had to have back surgery. So, you know, you think about everything else, the torn labrum in his shoulder. He's taken a pounding over the years. Not a good foul shooter, so people really hit him hard and force him to the line. You wonder if maybe that has something to do with the injuries.
Thompson misses.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Howard with a screen on Curry. Lynn dishes to Howard. Soft touch off the glass. Howard's got 28.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Now in transition is Lin. Here we go. Curry with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Oh, that's blocked. Garcia with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's slammed in by Howard.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Man, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Curry following the basket by Dwight Howard. The tray. The offensive rebound. That one goes. Count it. And 12 points for David Lee.
And he continues to knock down shot after shot. A perfect shooting day for him so far.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
Rockets leading by 18. Garcia goes in. Lee with the steal. Curry with it. Now guarded by Asher. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Misses the three. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Howard up on top. Kicks to Garcia. Off target with his three. Golden State's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Curry passes to Iguodala. Howard with the block. Outside, Garcia. Dishes it to Lin. Iguodala with the steal. Outside, Curry. And Thompson kicks to Lee. It's Curry outside. Good on the shot. Curry's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
Lin gets a screen from Howard. Howard setting the pick for Lin. Pass to Asher. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Parsons' shot is off.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Iguodala dishes to Lee. And that one's good. Lee's got 6 in the quarter.
He's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
Howard with this screen on Curry. And Garcia kicks to Lynn. Feeds to Asha. Curry against Land. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Lynn. He has 12 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
That free throw, no good.
They're just around 60% from the line for the game right now. They shot it pretty well in the first half, but they've just fallen apart here in the second.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. And he sinks the second. Here's Curry. And for him right now, an assist this trip would give him a double-double.
Yeah, I would expect that assist to come shortly. The way he's playing, I mean, he's really in control.
Thompson with the bucket.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Lynn kicks to Harden. Howard setting the pick for Harden. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Warriors on D. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Lynn the pass to Asha. Houston needs to get a shot off. Shot clock at 2. Lynn's shot is off. And it's the Warriors ball. They're on a 10-1 run. That cuts the lead to single digits. And it's 37 points for Steph Curry.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down. Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Now, here's Thompson. Here's Lee, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, you know, you look at David Lee. He's more of a skill finesse player, but plays with a great motor. Very intense and aggressive in his style. Always in motion, gets to the board offensively and defensively. And, you know, that combination of skill, hustle, and motor make him an all-star.
That free throw from Lee is good. And Clark, when you talk about the skill level for David Lee, not the biggest guy at 6'9", but I know you admire his game. And Steve, a great finisher at the same time with either hand.
I think that's one of his greatest assets, Kevin, his ability to score around the basket with either hand. As you mentioned, he can shoot the mid-range shot, handle the ball. They can run their offense through him at the elbows because he's such a good passer as well.
Well, how about David Lee in this one? He has 15 points and the 2 nice steals as well. This is something special. I mean, he hasn't missed a single shot.
It's hard to find words to describe it.
Now, here is Harden. Parsons on the wing. Trains the three-pointer. And the Rockets lead by 13.
Well, Parsons was really a surprise coming out of Florida. Had a big impact his rookie season with Houston. Very reliable in a lot of areas. Can handle the ball, can knock down a long-range shot, and a better defender than you think as well.
That is what makes Parsons such an easy guy to send out on the floor. You know exactly what he's going to give you on offense and is very consistent. Now, here is Harden after the miss from Stephen Curry. Harden dishes to Asha. And the layup's good off the glass.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Thompson for the triple. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Pass to Howard. It's Harden with the drive. Lynn kicks to Harden. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Steve?
Well, it will be soon if they don't cut into this lead quickly.
Now here's Iguodala. Howard with the steal. Parsons with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Harden the pass to Asha. Here's Harden. Nails the wide open jump shot. Harden's got 21.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Another three for Golden State.
Oh, good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Rockets leading by 11. Harden gets a screen from Howard. Howard with a screen on Curry. Then kicks to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Hasek. That one rolling around and rims out. Golden State's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Thompson up top, guarded by Harden. Puts up a three. A rebound by Parsons. Parsons got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside, it's tipped. Lee with the steal. The pass to Thompson. And Curry, here we go. Here's Ezeli. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Howard setting the pick for Harden. Outside, Lynn from the arc. And Curry pulls it down.
You know, they haven't had the best day inside, but they got one when it mattered most.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. You know, Clark, you're right. They haven't had a strong day inside.
But, Kevin, sometimes it just comes down to making the right play at the right time.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Mark Jackson had some words for his team over that break. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Right side Curry. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Curry's got 39.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harden against Thompson. Lee with the steal.
Well, the lead is starting to come undone with these turnovers.
Well, they're giving away points with their mishaps. That's 5 points already surrendered off of turnovers this quarter.
Houston leading by 9. Passes to Harden. There's a minute 34 left in the game. Clock at 6. Curry brings the double. Howard dishes to Asha. Shot is off. Great D that time from Ezeli. Curry against Land. Shot is off.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Down low. And the rejection by Ezeli. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Ezeli.
Substitution for Warriors. Andrew Bogut.
Howard gets the screen from Parsons. 6 on the shot clock. Asik, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
The clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for the Rockets.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team, and boy, what a game it was for Harden. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
They set the screen. Lynn kicks to Asik. Iguodala with the steal.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
And the jam by David Lee.
And that just shows you why it's so important to win the second shot game.
Yeah, you know, those second shots are usually the easy ones, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because the defense is out of position on the shot attempt and in terms of rebounding lanes.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Lynn with it. So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with a victory.
It was a decisive run, James. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.